Hello everyone, this is Mahesh and welcome to my YouTube channel MI Tech. And today I would like to explain the different types of condensers, that is jet condenser and surface condenser. In the previous lecture I have discussed about what is meant by condenser and what are the different elements are there in the condenser. Okay, just we go back to that one. Okay, in this diagram these are the what are the elements or layout of the steam power plant in this one. Now the steam will come from the boiler. You know, boiler is a device which takes the heat and converts the water into water vapor, and from this boiler the hot steam that will be enter into the turbine. When it enter into the turbine, expansion will be takes place. During expansion and its pressure and temperature changes, and whatever the pressure that is coming, that is pressure at exit or expansion, this steam after expansion it consists of some hot water, that is it is having some high temperature, that is then this is entered into the condenser. Condenser is a device, it converts water vapor into water. The water vapor that is coming from the turbine, it converts that water vapor into water, and that will be sent through the help of the feed pump, it will send to the boiler. This is completely layout of that one, and this here today we are studying about only this particular part is called as a condenser. Okay, this condenser is classified into two types. One is jet condenser, another one is surface condenser. And what is meant by jet condenser and what are the working of jet condenser and where we use the jet condenser, today we will learn in this lecture. Okay, first of all, what will happen in the jet condenser means, in the jet condenser we are having water, another one is steam. The steam that is coming from the turbine exit. Okay, the turbine exit, the steam will come from the turbine exit, and that steam we are taking and we are mixing with some water, that is cool water. Okay, how that is mixed in the jet condenser, today we are going to study. See, in jet condenser water is in direct contact with the steam. That this point you have to remember, that is whatever the water, cool water we are sending, that will be in the direct contact with the steam. Whatever the steam, this steam is coming from the turbine exit, and here the water and the steam both are in direct contact. Okay, here the water and the steam both are in direct contact. That's why this condenser is named as direct to contact type, or it is also called as mixed type condenser. Why? Because here water and the steam both are in direct contact. That's why they named as a direct to contact type, or it is also called as mixed type condensers. Why? Because both are mixing water and steam. And where we use this jet condenser? Okay, this jet condenser is used in small units or small plants where that clean fresh water is available in the plenty amount is available. That means clean fresh water is available nearby. There we have to use the jet condenser. Here what will happen in the jet condenser, with the help of the diagram I will explain. See, now this is the diagram of the jet condenser. First, here this is a complete shell of a jet condenser. Okay, just like a boiler, it is like a shell of the jet condenser. Here exhaust steam will come from the turbine, that is turbine, or you can call it as a prime mover. From wherever it is the exhaust steam is coming, that is exhaust steam is coming, that steam we are taking, and from here we are spraying the cooling water. That means we are sending the cooling water through like a jet, and here from here the exhaust steam is coming. Okay, when these two are in direct contact, and what are the cooling water we are sending through this jet as a jet, and this is in direct contact with the exhaust steam. Here what will happen? Here this water is at low temperature. Yes or no? Here cooling water is at low temperature, and the exhaust steam, this will be at the high temperature. Okay, exhaust steam will be at the high temperature, and you know that heat always flows from body at high temperature region to the low temperature region. Therefore, what is the steam that is having a temperature, the temperature will be transformed to the water, and the steam is getting converted into liquid. Okay, the steam is getting converted into liquid, and that liquid will be stored at this bottom of this one, and this liquid is called as a condensate. Okay, whatever the liquid that is forming because of the direct contact of the cooling water and the exhaust steam, that water or liquid is called as a condensate. Here condensate, what is the condensate here? Here the cold water is also mixing with the steam. Here some steam is available here at the same time, and water, these two are mixing in this place. Therefore the condensate is not completely liquid, it is a combination of both cooling water and the condensate steam. Okay, this thing you have to remember. Just you have to remember, condensate means after condensation what is something we are getting, that is called as a condensate. Okay, in this way the jet condenser is working. See here, steam is condensed by spray of cold water injecting into the shell, and this is complete. The box is called as a shell, and this cold water is injecting, and complete mixing of steam and water will be takes place here. That is complete mixing of this cooling water and the steam is taking place, and that will form a condensate. That condensate is called as a cold water or cool water and condensed steam. And how this condensed steam will be extracted? This condensed steam will be extracted here. That is because of the gravitation facilitate this to fall downward direction, and with the help of the pump, extraction pump, we will take out this condensate outside. Okay, this is the complete working of jet condenser. Okay, next type is surface condenser. Just now we have studied what is meant by jet condenser. Now I would like to explain what is meant by surface condenser. Okay, in the previous lecture I have explained what is meant by jet condenser, in that it is called as a, here water and the steam both are directly mixed in that one. That's why that is called as a mixed type jet condenser. But here the steam and the water, they do not mix together. Okay, there is no contact between, that is there is no mixing of this water and the steam, whatever the steam that is coming from the turbine, these two are not going to mix in this one. That's why this turbine is this condenser is also called as indirect condenser, or it is also called as non-mixing type condenser. Why? Because here steam and water is not mixing. That's why it is named as non-mixing type condenser. And in that we use that it is used in the small power plants wherever the clean fresh water is available, but it is used in the large power plant. And what it will consist of, that means there is a small difference between that surface condenser and the jet condenser. It consists of some net of tubes will be placed in this one. There is a net of tubes. In that net of tubes, the cooling water will be passed. Okay, with the help of the diagram I will explain, then you can clearly understand what is the working of this surface condenser. See, surface condenser, it consists of, this is net of tubes. Okay, these are called as some net of tubes. They are arranged in particular way. That means here there is a less loss of energy will be takes place here. That means here cooling water will be circulated in these tubes. Okay, through the pipes, the cooling water will be sent, and this cooling water will be circulated in the tubes of this surface condenser. And here from the turbine, the exhaust stream is coming. From the turbine, the exhaust stream is coming. Here, whenever the exhaust stream is coming from the turbine and that is not mixing, the water will be flowing inside the tubes. Okay, here you need to understand, the water is flowing inside the tubes, and this exhaust stream is touching the surface of the tubes. That's why this condenser is called as a surface condenser. That means here there is no direct contact between the exhaust stream and the water, but here water will be circulated in the tubes, and here exhaust stream will be, this is completely occupied on the tubes. There is a heat transfer takes place. You know, already I said heat always flows from body at high temperature to body at low temperature. You know, steam is having at higher temperature compared to the water, and whatever the steam that is there, the heat transfer will takes place. For example, just assume it is the steam is having at, for example, 90 degrees Celsius. For example, the steam is at 90 degrees Celsius and this cooling water at, for example, 10 degrees Celsius. That means the heat will transfer from body at high temperature region to body at low temperature region. Therefore, this cooling water, whatever the cooling water that is circulating, that will take the heat from the steam. Whenever that is taking heat from the steam, then what will happen? You know, the heat will be transferred until they get the equal temperature. For example, it is 90 and 10, that is the equal temperature means, for example, 90 plus 10 by 2, that is 100 by 2, up to 50 degrees Celsius, the heat transfer takes place. Then this steam at 90 degrees is after condensation process, that is this steam is converting as a water, that is water vapor is converting as a water, is process is called as a condensation, and this will be at, for example, 50 degrees Celsius, and whatever the water that is there, this will be at the 50 degrees Celsius. That means whatever the water that is going outside after heat transfer takes place, that may be, for example, 50 degrees Celsius. Then this water will become somewhat hot compared to this water. This water is at 10 degrees Celsius, this water is 50 degrees Celsius. Somewhat heat transfer takes place, therefore this water from these tubes, it will enter or exit outside. And to continue the flow, what will happen means this whatever the water this is there, that will be sent to the cooling towers. Cooling towers means it consists of, that means it is like a in that the cool water will be sent into this cool water. Therefore the cool air will be at somewhat low temperature compared to this water. Therefore the water will give its heat to the cold air. And this water will become some normal temperature, for example up to the 10 degrees Celsius, like that. Again this water will be taken from this cooling tower and again sent into the condenser. And this condensate, I explained what is meant by condensate means whatever the liquid that is going to form after condensation is called as condensate. This condensate, with the help of the extraction pump, it will be extracted and sent to the hot well. If this condensate is perfect, that is, it is a completely pure form, there is no impurities are there, means that this condensate will send back to the boiler. Again boiler, what will happen? Boiler will convert that water into water vapor or into steam, and that will be sent to the turbine for expansion. In this way the water will be continuously circulates and the exhaust stream is coming and the condensate is forming. In this way the surface condenser works. Okay, please subscribe this channel if you like my videos. And if you not learn in that to understand, go to the previous lecture, the first lecture, what is meant by steam condenser, lecture 1. You can clearly understand what is the elements and what are the working principle of the steam condenser, how the steam condenser will be work. Okay, in the next lecture I would like to explain the differences between the jet condenser and the surface condensers. Thank you.